and opinions expressed in the following show are solely those of the host and their guests and not those of W4CY Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4CY Radio or its employees or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4CY Radio.
Welcome to Outdoors People. With me, CW Getz, and her, Maya Marzaki. Good evening. It's Wednesday, March 27th, 2024. It's me, better late than never, CW Getz, and her, Miss Maya Marzaki.
Better late than more late, right?
Well, that's right. I don't know what happened, but I somehow told our guest the wrong day, and so that, I do things like that. So I apologize to her, but we are late. It's my fault, and that's the name of that tune. So I'll do this quickly. We don't want to take away any more airtime from her. 41 degrees here in north central Illinois. That's 41 Fahrenheit. And 4 degrees Celsius. Maya Marzaki, what do you have in Sao Paulo, Brazil?
Exactly like you, 7-1. It means 21 degrees Celsius for the free world. So it's getting chill here because the fall is coming this weekend. And I'm very happy and excited because for who doesn't know, it is the mountain season here in Brazil. So we enjoy outdoors in the winter time here in Brazil.
It's so funny. Yeah, climbing season is upon you, man. It is so funny. But yeah, you're excited because now you can go outside and you don't have to worry about, just
raining every day, or I don't know.
When I was there, it rained every day. You didn't make that up. It does rain every day, sometimes twice a day, which is wow.
Yes, it how works summertime here. It is too hot, so rains every day nonstop. That's why we like winter.
I don't know. I think I would enjoy it, to be honest with you. I could live there. I could easily live there. Honestly, I almost didn't want to come home. Sometimes I wish I hadn't come home, but that's another story for another day. Let's get right to our guest here. 28-year-old Italian ski instructor and kitesurf instructor, Isabel Ace Venturini, grew up in Val Gardena, Dolomites, Italy, where she attended ski college. From there, she went on to earn a diploma in tourism and economics. And with that, welcome to the show, Isabel. How you doing?
Hello. Thank you very much. I'm doing very well. Buonasera.
Yeah. How you doing in Italy tonight? How's everything in Italy? And
I'm not in Italy at the moment. I'm in Switzerland.
Switzerland. Okay.
Yes.
What time is it in Switzerland right now?
Well, actually, we got 11 p.m.
Damn close to midnight. Damn close. Thank you so much for joining us at this hour.
Thank you.
I try to pick the cool guests so they don't really get mad at me or anything too much, So they're like, yeah, that's cool. We'll come to you at 11 o'clock.
Yes, and she didn't, right? So that's cool.
Right. Yeah, very cool. I appreciate that. Thank you. I deserve it.
So, did you really learn ski before you could walk? And how old were you?
Well, more or less. Let's say, I could just walk. And I went skiing first time when I was 2.5. So, more or less.
Wow.
Same age as when you start working. Because I had a bigger brother, so I wanted to always do the same things as he was doing.
How did that work out? Did they carry you to the ski slope, or because you were skiing before you walked? But I mean, how does that work? You really were?
Yeah, well, my mother would bring me to the ski slope where the other kids would ski and try to teach me skiing. And yeah, I actually always tried to do everything on my own, she told me. So
Oh,
yeah, she would just bring me skiing and I would ski up and down the hill 10,000 times in an afternoon. And yeah.
Just a tough and strong lady.
I
That's
think
very
you.
cool.
I think you and Maya are kind of like the same sort of people. You just no, I got it. I'll do it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Yes, I mean, I'm kind of
Definitely.
tough, but I don't have so many skills like her.
Yeah.
I was trying to walk when
I was
I
gonna
was
say.
2 years old, right?
What were you doing at 2? I know that's what I was doing.
And
Man.
I'm
Yeah, but
still
that's why
learning
I
how to
say
walk.
I was better in skiing than walking because walking was much more difficult, I guess.
Yeah, probably true. Probably true. Wow. And then you went to at some point you got past the whole I'm 2 and I'm skiing, but you went on to attend a ski college. Is that right? Tell us about that. I mean, what was that like?
Exactly. Well, basically in Italy, you go to a high school and you choose, let's say, what subjects you'd like to study in future. And this ski college is basically a high school which gives you all the tools and preparations to go on with the career as an athlete. So while at school, you also train on the slopes, and that's basically the ski college. So you go to school and you go skiing.
How much time do you spend studying and how much time do you spend skiing when at a ski?
Well, during winter season, you ski quite a lot because there's many athletes, let's say. So it's like time off from studying. They study beginning of season, let's say from September to December, and then again from April to June. That's like the intense study where everything gets concentrated
Oh wow.
in order to keep skiing the whole winter without thinking too much about school. Yeah.
You don't need any chemistry to ski, right? So
Right?
yeah.
No. And actually, they just do it the first 2 years because it's mandatory. But after, well, let's say you have a direction where you have to go. You have to ski and then you do like economics more or less, but no chemistry or biology and
None of that
stuff.
junk. Who needs that anyhow?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I'm with you guys. Okay, here in Brazil, we don't schools don't learn sports in general. So we need to go through all the chemistry, organic chemistry, physics, the whole college, and we don't learn how to do any sports. So it's not cool.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
really jealous of you guys in Europe, United States, because you guys are like encouraged to learn more than just school subjects. That's
Yeah.
very cool.
Absolutely,
Very cool.
absolutely. We're very lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's very good for the kids growing up as a people, as a person, right? It's very cool. But what made you decide to become an instructor?
Well, you know how they say, make out of your passion a job, something like that. I just thought, I'm very good at this, and I also feel like I like teaching a lot, and so why not be outside, have the possibility to do sports and being also a job. So that's my main reason.
That's cool. We have a saying here: if you work with something you love, you will never more love anything else.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
You love it so much.
In America, we have a saying. It says, "Those who can do, and those who cannot teach." But that's just in America. I don't think that applies anywhere else.
No.
No.
Well, and by the way, I have to ask you, what kind of a childhood did you have? Were you a good student? Did you behave? Did you get in trouble like I did, or what did you do?
Oh, can we skip this question?
Or you're a hellion? I think she might have been a bit of a hellion. What do you think? I think so. Yeah.
Well, now I want to know the
was
answer,
fun, yeah.
actually.
It was fun.
Actually, yeah, I was a very, very funny and very open girl, but yeah, I was a volcano. So
Cool.
And it's
actually,
cute.
so but I've always been very, very nice. I was not a bad girl. I was just a little bit, yeah, energetic, let's say.
There you go.
Too
I like
much.
that. Energetic. I love that. Very politically correct.
Exactly.
Too much
I
smart,
never did
too much-
any damage or something like that. So.
Well, then you didn't have that much
Just-
fun then. If you didn't-
No, that's true. That's true. I was too
damage
legal.
is just for yourself.
Right. Is it true you studied judo when you were a kid? Was that true?
Yeah, that's another sport I started very, very, very young because of my brother, because he was doing it, so I had to do it. So I started, when I was like 4. Just for the pity of the teacher who said, because I was just screaming and I wanted to go, and he said, all right, just put her in the group. I will manage to do something.
Oh, wow.
And so, yeah.
Did you ever beat anybody? Maybe your brothers. Did you ever beat anybody up with the judo, or you just learned it to know it? You ever have to whoop ass? Any of that?
Well, yes, I beat my brothers up mostly.
Good.
But they were beating up me as well, so it's fair thing. No, but judo is a very good base for respect and discipline, and I think that any kid should try doing judo at least once, because it gives such a big, nice, good base for future for any sport, and as I said, for discipline. So
yeah, I would agree with that. I think it's one of those things where, and I studied Hapkido for a short time. In any martial art, it will discipline you, to a degree. So yeah, I think that's cool.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes, that's very true. It's really good for kids to learn the discipline and how to behave. That's very nice of those martial arts. And so in your school, you could learn ski, and because of your brother, you could learn judo. But how was your parents? So they used to encourage you guys to do that. How they look like? How
Well, so my parents have always been very sporty, of course. They've always brought us on holidays or on Sundays on hikes or bike tours or whatever. Like, they've always pushed us a lot to stay outside, to enjoy nature, and of course our surroundings were the best to do that. And so we just tried to follow a little bit their path, and that's it. So our parents were quite sporty.
Were they really strict with you and you guys, and you had chores you had to do, you had a curfew, all that, or no?
Yeah, we did have that. Yes, actually, our parents have always been quite strict because they had to work a lot, and they had us to be independent as soon as possible. So
interesting.
That's also why sports help a lot, I think. And
skiing, going back to your skiing here, have you ever had any really bad accidents skiing where, maybe you broke something, put you in a hospital or anything like that?
Well, I did break some bones, but fortunately never so bad. I have friends that have had much worse, so I wouldn't say I've had bad accidents. I just some random classical accident. I broke my ACL, my arm, and my wrist. But I wouldn't define it such a terrible accident.
Just another Monday.
I wouldn't feel I would respect my friends saying that.
I know what we mean.
Yeah.
Did you do jumping and stuff? I mean, did you jump things?
Yeah. When I
you?
was younger, I used to do that. I had fun doing that.
I can see you doing
And
that. Yeah, I can tell.
yeah. Well,
You're fun.
nowadays I'm very scared. I'm very scared for my knees and stuff. But in the water, I have no problem doing it.
Right.
In the water, I love to do it.
Softer landing, right?
Exactly. Well, yeah,
Can be.
sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Water can be hard.
But for sure, it's always softer than snow or ice.
Absolutely. Unless you're belly flopping off of a cliff. That's me how
Oh boy. Now a girl question, girl for girl.
Oh, okay.
Tough girl for a tough girl. So being an accomplished skier, as well being a ski instructor, plus knowing judo, are men ever intimidated by you?
There you
Intimidated?
Just scared.
I hope not. I hope not. No, I don't think so. Like, they're not intimidated. They might be surprised, but I don't think, like, judo, I almost never mention I do judo because
I think
I don't
that
know.
would be good.
Well, it's good, but it's a long time I don't touch a tatami or my kimono, so it doesn't come to my mind so easily, even though I've done it for almost 20 years. And yes, the moment I mention I did judo, some people, they look weird and say like, oh, okay. But
they act differently around you then when they know, and they go, okay, I'm not going to mess with her.
Exactly. That's what everyone says. So yeah,
that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You can,
Yeah, it depends. I use it whenever I use it. I need it. I use this thing about the judo.
You ever have to use it on a date? The guy was like getting a little too fresh.
Yeah, well, if he gets too close or anything, look, man, I did judo for 18 years. I would pay attention if I was in you, you know.
Did that really happen? I love it. That's a great story.
But
funny.
We say it just happened, you know.
I mean, the guy brings a date home, and then here whatever, and then the guy's all beat up, and nobody can figure out what happened, you know. So yeah.
Exactly. Even because I'm very small, so it wouldn't be people wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, they're going, what the hell happened here? You know,
Yes, I know what you mean. I'm very small as well, so people don't believe that I'm that strong. So that's funny.
Yeah, dynamite comes in small packages, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you, where do you see yourself, your career, your skiing and kite surfing career? Where do you see that going and being in 10 years? Where do you see yourself going, professional or no?
In skiing, I don't think so.
No.
In kiting, I would love to, but I might probably stay more on the working side of these two passions of mine I've got, more than becoming professional kite surfer or skier. Like, I mean, what does professional mean? I will always
gobs and gobs of money, and then you make fancy cars and all that kind of stuff.
More like an athlete, pro. No, I prefer my poor little Italian car than a Ferrari. So yeah, I would probably stay on the teaching side of sports. I would say so.
No aspirations of being a professional or a professional athlete where you.
No, because I'm too old for it already. So
really, 28's too old for really.
There isn't such a thing.
Of course, nowadays I think all the athletes, like, I mean, in any sports, they're so young. They start from 14, 15, 16, whatever. They're kids, so I'm already the oldie.
Gee, Maya, imagine how old I am now. I'm
I'm kind of thinking the same.
Well, I don't know how young athletes start. I'm sure they start grade school age. But still, I'm thinking, are you too old at 28 to want to turn pro?
Well,
mean,
no,
is
for sure, I'm not too old to turn pro, but I mean, if once I get a pro,
Mhm.
the other pros are maybe 15 years old and they have another body, so I don't know how long my pro could
Ah,
last, let's
gotcha.
say. I just think I'm a bit out of the round, and actually I don't like to be in the spotlight, so
Yeah.
I prefer to coach and teach.
Kind of the behind the scenes sort of position. Yeah, that's interesting. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
that humble position. But well, you have done so much. You kite surf, yeah, you ski, you have done judo, and you have traveled. So, do you have still a bucket list? And what kind of things are still in your bucket list if you have one?
So, well, the first thing on my bucket list, which is there, and I hope to do it this year, is start to skydive for sure.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
that's so cool.
I would really, really, really love to do that. Adding another sport, extreme sport, to my list.
That's
And
a good one.
yeah, actually, yeah. And for sure to open my own kite school. Yeah, in Italy one
What
day.
what is what does that look like? Open your own kite school. What do? You just basically that's your only it's what you do for money. You just get people coming in, they pay you, you train them, and then just kind of a turnover thing. How's that work?
Exactly. Well, yes, exactly. Like a normal any other sports school, but as I'm based on a lake, we teach from boats.
Hmm.
So it's kind of different. Like you get continuity with people. And I would really love to push a group of women, girls,
Oh,
because I'm trying to coach girls mostly. Um, because it looks like such a scary sport. It is. It might be if you don't really know how to do it, but everyone can do it. So I really try to stay behind women in this. And so I would really love to put on a project for this kind of things.
yeah, I see the people up, and it looks like they look like they're and I don't know height and feet. Let's just go feet. They look like they're
Yeah,
50, 60 feet in the air. It looks like they're flying. I mean, that looks
yeah.
dangerous. And yeah, I mean, but are there more men than women that do things like kite surfing and things like that because of maybe the
I would
perceived
say so,
danger?
yeah. I
Yeah.
would say so. In my opinion, there's much more men at the moment than women still kite surfing for sure, because from the outside it looks like super scary,
Yeah.
and I can understand that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
very nice.
once it started, it's not scary at all.
Yeah, that's very nice of you. I think we must, as a woman, support more women start sports in general. So that's very cool of you. And I just read an article because Brazil is a very sexist country, and
Hmm.
I just saw an article that we have more women in the Olympic Games in Brazil, and it's the first time that it happens.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm so happy. I was
That's
so happy.
beautiful. I can imagine. That's beautiful. Yes,
Good for you guys.
absolutely. Women
Yeah,
power always.
yeah.
Women power. Woo-hoo. I love it. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
well, now we are in my favorite part of the show. We are going to look up some photos and
Yeah.
talk about that.
Oh,
And
what?
I love that part very much. So,
Yeah,
what?
I'm
Can you
scared.
show the pictures?
Yeah. It's kind of like show and tell at school. Remember that was always
Oh,
fun.
yeah, exactly. Well, wow, this is my friend, and we were pretending to be teacher and student for wing foiling.
Now,
And
wing foil is the one that just you hold this up. There's nothing else that holds it to your board.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. You just hold this sail and you go aboard with a foil underneath your feet, and you just try to fly over the water.
I can't remember, but are there slots for your feet that go just like when you're kite surfing that they fit into the board?
Yeah,
Okay.
you got some like straps
I would think so. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And
And
here was teaching her. Wow. This is actually in USA.
Really?
This is on Lake Michigan.
You're kidding me.
No, this was
You've been to the
last
Midwest
year.
America? Oh my gosh.
Yes. This was in Green Bay. It was called.
Yeah.
No, a town near there. I really love this place and how everything gets frozen. I love this place.
How'd you like
And I
Lake
love-
Michigan?
Sorry?
How'd you like Lake Michigan?
Well, I have to be honest, I've been there for like about 3 weeks and the weather was always really, really bad.
Yeah.
But
Happens.
yeah, it was beautiful. It's like being on the sea and I really loved it. But I think I need to go back once it's nicer season, summer season.
I think so too. I think you should
Summer.
check out Lake Superior, right, Maya?
Yeah, that's true. It's a very
Okay.
beautiful place. Yeah.
All right. I will
That's,
check it out. Oh.
There you go.
See, there's the
This-
flying thing. Yeah.
Exactly. This is my favorite place, Egypt, for kiting, where I'll be
Oh.
back very, very soon. When was this? A few years ago. And
Oh,
yeah,
How
I
high
was
are you
very
in-
lucky. I catched a photographer who was staying on a boat and photographing all the people around. And so that's
You
why
look
this
like-
photos.
How
you
high
look like so happy. That's so cool. I love it.
I don't know how high this is, but I can think about maybe 3 meters, something like that.
3 meters?
Not really so high. Yes.
Looks like you're about 30 meters up in the air.
Oh
Yeah.
well, no.
Yeah, I was going
I
to
can
say the
assure
same.
it's not.
Yeah, right?
No, that's not. It's 3. And this is
Oh.
still
There you
Egypt. Exactly. This
See-
was, I think, the second trip because I had a long wetsuit, so it was much colder, very unexpected cold in Egypt. And yeah,
Isabel,
Sorry?
that's a magazine cover right there.
Yes.
I
Absolutely.
think so. Oh,
Absolutely.
thank you.
It's a rock star picture.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a
Oh,
rock
thank
star
you.
picture. Yeah.
Oh,
Kite
thank
Surf
you.
magazine, Can see that.
This is actually paradise, exactly as how I express myself on this picture. It's really this.
It looks like you're having fun. It really does.
Yeah.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, we interviewed so many kite surfers
Yeah.
here, and all those pictures, you guys look like so happy and having so much fun. I'm
They do.
dying to try it out. I want
You
to do that
have to
so
try
bad.
that. You have to. It's really like freedom sports.
Yeah.
Either
Also
that
here-
or they're all drunk, and I can't imagine that. So
Oh my gosh.
sport must be that much fun.
Exactly, absolutely. Endorphin. Well, this is Philippines.
Mm. Oh
Last
my gosh,
year,
you
Philippines.
traveled around. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing my favorite trek in here.
That's another thing. These kite surfers go everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, they go everywhere.
Well,
So-
yeah, we do travel a lot.
Yeah.
We check out new spots. Yeah, that's also a reason why I really love kite surfing and get to travel much more than skiing.
I was just going to ask you that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit easier, being a summer sport.
Plus, you don't have to dress. You have to put hardly any clothes on. That's always a plus.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Travel light.
Yes, the backpacks are much lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and cheaper.
Yes.
What do we got here? This is
And this one
beautiful
is
place.
a beautiful mountain. It's nature park in Sardinia,
wow, nice.
Oh, boy.
an island of Italy. And this is this massive mountain just in the middle of the sea, which I really, really love. And I go back to Sardinia quite often because it's a stunning magic place, in my opinion, for
Oh,
kite
yeah.
surfing, but for anything. And Here we always travel by van, so that's super
The
common.
only
And
way.
and also, it's a good place for appreciate a good wine as well. Right?
Yes, actually, yes. That's true. That's true. Wine is always appreciated.
There you go. Wine and a
Yeah.
van and a kite. How can you top that?
Yeah. Oh, everything is possible.
Right.
Here we got a little photo shooting I did for a surf shop in
Oh, cool.
where I live. And yes, I used to have pink hair at the time. And so
Love it.
just if you
Oh,
wonder.
I do see a little
And
pink there. Yeah.
yeah.
That's cool.
I sometimes
love
get
it.
these burnouts.
Was your
Huh?
your whole hair was pink? All of it?
Yes.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, well, here it was very at the end of it,
Yeah.
but yes, I really love to have pink hair.
Interesting.
Oh,
I didn't get any of
That's
those pictures. I didn't see the pink hair pictures.
sorry.
No, that's so cool. That's so cool. I usually to do that in my hair every carnival here in Brazil.
Really?
Yeah.
You do it for carnival, I do it for being normal.
Yes. Well, was my excuse, right?
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, boy.
I didn't know it. Yes. This was, I think, this year, beginning of season, the first snowfall we got. So one of the first free rides. And
Looks dangerous. Looks like you got some obstacles there.
yeah,
Right?
we came down from that upper part. But we know the area really well, so the rocks is not a problem.
You hit
if
stuff
you know
that's like
where to
buried
go.
in the snow and you don't know it's there, and you hit that with your ski, and it's bam, flying through the air.
Yeah, well, fortunately, with the first snowflake, you can really see every obstacle. So, and if you know the area, it's more or less quite safe.
Yeah, interesting.
Love it.
As you can see, there's a lake in the background.
Oh,
And that's my home spot where I live and where I kite and teach kiting. And here I was just on the mountain behind my house, let's say my backyard. On a bad weather day, we just hiked up in the very early morning, and because there was no wind for kite surfing.
you look like you're pretty high up there because you're above some of the clouds.
Yeah, it was quite cold. It's 2,000 here, 2,000 above the sea level.
Wow.
2,000 meters. So yeah,
Oh, no.
it's a lot of difference in altitude from the town to where I was there. So
Very cool.
yeah,
Very beautiful.
it is.
There we go.
Oh yeah,
There we go.
there you go.
The hippie van. I love it.
Yes,
I
our
love it.
travel
Now
van.
we're talking.
Right.
Here we were set up like quite hippie this day here. As you can see, I was sitting on the floor on a mat. Normally we are much better organized, but here we had some little problems with the parking. So I was just waiting for things to be set. As you can see, I was a princess and my man was working. No, just kidding. Actually, he was. So what
Why
can you
not? That's
say?
what
You
there
never
should
did
do.
anything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's right. Yeah,
So
man.
yeah, this
Is
was
that-
after a very long trip, and we arrived to this beautiful spot here. So
Yeah,
the sunset.
that's very beautiful. And is that the old Italian car that you mentioned?
No, this is my boyfriend's van, my car. I didn't put it in the pictures.
Well, I know why you want to have a relationship with him. Good car.
Yes, exactly. I just
you can
look
live
for
in that car.
boyfriends with
Yeah.
vans.
There you go.
Yeah.
No van, no boyfriend.
Fan. I love it.
That's the rule, guys.
Exactly. Here I had fun because last year I discovered, let's say, a new hobby, which is acro yoga, and
That's so
I
cool.
was using all of my friends or relatives or whatever to try and doing my moves. So here was trying it with my good friend. And yeah, I think I managed to do that vertical.
Mhm.
And
I'm
what's
the
that,
one upside down. Yeah.
what's that called again? What kind of, you said
Acro yoga.
Acro yoga.
acro yoga. I've never
It's
heard of
like
that.
acrobration.
I mean, I've
Oh,
seen
you
that.
should check it out. It's really nice. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
it's
I've
because
seen
I
it.
love acrobatics. So it's quite close, and you can do it at home.
Yeah, I just didn't know it had a name. I guess. I mean, I've seen that.
Oh,
I just
okay.
didn't- yeah,
Okay.
just never heard that name before. Yeah, it's interesting.
I see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very cool. Marco,
All right.
kitesurfing pictures.
Kite surfing.
Is this Italy?
Yeah. This is Sardinia. Yes.
Okay, cool.
This is Italy. I just really like the picture because I was basically lying in the water and still being dragged by the kite.
Yeah.
Maybe as a non-kite surfer, it's a bit more difficult to understand, but the lower you get in this trick, the more stylish it looks.
Really?
And here I think I was really laying into it. So for those kite surfers listening, let's see what they think.
I love it. Well, let me ask you, what before we let you go here, what inspirational advice would you like to share with our audience before you go? There's something you could say, hey, listen, if you do anything, whatever, or whatever. What would it be?
My inspirational advice is if you want to do something, you can do it.
Yeah. No limitations.
No limitations. Like if you want it, you can do it. Otherwise, you don't really want it.
That's very good. I like that.
Yes, that's very true. So just do it up, man.
Do it
Yeah,
up.
just do it. It's scary. Just do it.
Do it up.
Exactly.
Yeah, do it up.
Yes.
And Isabel, where can people find you online?
People can find me on Instagram on my name Isabel Ace Venturini. Yes, that's my main page where you can find what I do, my stories, and if you ever need any help.
We have some comments here. Let's see here. Let's see what those are. We got comments? Do we?
Do we have
comments?
I thought somebody said we had. There we go. Having a job that doesn't seem like a job is super. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
absolutely. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Are you a Jim Carrey fan by any chance? Ace Ventura.
Of course, that's why my nickname is Ace. Exactly because of that.
I love it. All right,
This Stacy does.
Any more comments that we go on a show, or is that it? Pretty much. I guess I'm thinking that's it. All right. Well, hey, listen. Thank you. I want to thank you for being our guest here tonight. It was a pleasure. Absolutely pleasure. Absolutely a pleasure having you here with us. You're a wonderful young lady and a great sense of humor. And I love that you were mischievous. Those are the interesting people, not the people who always were like good, perfect, and all that kind of stuff. There's no story there. But you got a story. I love that. You got a great story.
Thank you. It was such a good pleasure being here with you. Thank you so much.
Yes, grazie mille.
Grazie mille, boy.
It was a pleasure having you here, and it's a very good. You are a very good inspiration for all of us. So thank you very much for your time and for being here. And congratulations for everything that you have done and accomplished.
Thank you so much. Really.
And when you get to the Midwest, the Midwestern United States, don't be afraid to give us a shout. I'll give Maya a call, and she'll be up here lickety split to the States.
Okay, I will call you.
or Brazil.
There you go.
Well, maybe Brazil comes first, so I will let you know.
Yeah. There's not much here other than the big lakes and cornfields. So, the Midwest. So, Brazil's got a lot of cool stuff. You bet. Thank you again. Appreciate you being here with us.
Thank you so much.
We also want to thank our audience for tuning in tonight's show. Be sure to tune in for next week's episode, Survival and Ocean Race with our guest Liz Galloway. Along with Maya Marzaki, this is CW Gets saying thanks for tuning in to Outdoors People. See you next week.
Ciao.